Hello, my name is Joseph Lawson, and we're going to SNL cast members part 13. Let's do it. Dana Carvey. Dana Carvey was a funny guy. He's most famous for the church lady and Garth and I think I'm going to throw up, man. How is that special? Phil Hartman. Phil Hartman was a legend. He was the fucking glue that stayed this show together. But sadly, he died in 1998 from a murder suicide by his wife. He will be missed. Rest in peace, Phil. Kevin Nealon. Kevin Nealon took over the Weekend Update desk in 1991 after Dennis Miller left, and he was funny. Yeah, he is funny. I'm Kevin Nealon, and that's news to me. And he was also Hans from Popping Up with Hans and Franz. Victoria Jackson. Victoria Jackson was an SNL cast member. When she was a Christian, she pissed a lot of the people off. And now she still does comedy. Yeah, she still does comedy. Jan Hooks. The late Jan Hooks was a SNL legend in the world, but she never got the. She never got the recognition that she deserved, and she died in 2014 of breast cancer. Rest in peace, Jan. Mike Myers. Mike Myers was a comedy legend. He was acting since he was a little kid, and then he went to SNL. He created Wayne from Wayne's World, and he created the Coffee Lady and German talk show Dieter. Welcome to Dieter's. My next guest is my lover. Now is the time on the show we dance. Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller. Yeah, he was on SNL. He wanted to create comedy shorts, but instead he went in front of a live audience. He told Lauren Michaels that he wasn't going to do the show because he was too nervous on TV. That was the right decision for him. He would later direct a movie and act in a few comedy films I like. Chris Rock. Chris Rock was the legend, the man. His most famous characters were Now's ex, married of Nifty Russell, but he was fired from the show because I don't know, but he's still funny today. It's the funniest zebra ever from Madagascar. Chris Farley. Chris Farley was the legend. He was very funny on SNL, but behind this, he was very funny with Matt Foley, Chippendale's Dancer, and the Chris Farley Show. But behind the scenes, he had trouble with drug and alcohol abuse. He would later die in 1997 from a terrible drug overdose. He will be missed, though. Rest in peace, Chris Farley. I hope you're living in a van down by the river. He would love that joke. David Spade. David Spade was very funny. He also talked like this. And still did comedy, and he was Chris Farley's best friend. Sure, he misses him a lot. Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider is the crazy joke. He was on SNL, and then he was Deuce Bigelow, and he was making copies. Standards making copies. Julia Sweeney. Julia Sweeney was Pat from fucking Pat, and She also was a supporter of the Breast Cancer Foundation. Good job, Julie. Adam Sandler. He talked like this. I'm Adam Sandler, and I'm the canteen boy. Hey, want to fill up some water for me? I'm the canteen boy. Tim Meadows. Tim Meadows was on SNL from 1991 to 2000, and he was very underrated. He was the ladies man. He would talk like this whenever you had a problem with the ladies and the stuff. You want to do that girl up the butt. That's what he said. Ellen Cleghorne. Ellen Cleghorne's another underrated SNL thing. The King of Shaniqua, parody of Whoopi Goldberg. She had it all. She retired from acting, and she was very funny. Okay. Susan Heffall. Susan Heffall was a very funny girl who actually starred in a bunch of movies. Forrest Gump, Navier, Holes. Man, that was a legend, man. That was a fucking legend. Robert Smigel. Robert Smigel was a voiceover artist and actor on SNL before he joined Conan O'Brien's team to stuff. I don't know. He also created some cartoon shorts on SNL. Beth Cleghorne. Beth Cleghorne was a SNL cast member only for one fucking season. Where did she go? This is her right now. Such a fucking tragedy. Melanie Hutsell. Melanie Hutsell was a funny character who did her impression of Brady from the Brady Bunch and other characters. Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald was the Weekend Update anchor guest. He got fired from SNL because he was making fun of OJ on the show a lot. And he did some other funny stuff along the way. But sadly, we lost Norm Macdonald in 2021 from cancer. You will be missed, Norm. I hope you're meeting Burt Reynolds as Turd Ferguson in heaven right now. You would have loved it. Jay Mohr. Jay Mohr was a funny SNL cast member, but he said he couldn't get his skits on the air. He tried lying about a skit that he wrote that he stole another skit, and he left after 2 years because he gave up. But he didn't give up. You know, he starred in some movies, and he's actually kind of a nice person. I don't know. Sarah Silverman. Sarah Silverman was fired from SNL because, I don't know, too raunchy humor behind the scenes. I mean, if you watch her act on stand-up, you kind of know what I mean. She's funny, though. Michael McKean. Michael McKean was actually, he didn't become famous on SNL. He became famous on a different show, Laverne and Shirley. So why the hell did he join? I don't know. He's a comedy legend, all right? He has Laverne and Shirley and Spinal Tap on his belt. What does he need SNL for? Janeane Garofalo. Janeane Garofalo was an American comedian and writer. It didn't work out for her. Chris Elliott. Chris Elliott is more famous for being a writer on Late Night with David Letterman and also writing the film Ghetto Life and Cabin Boy. Both of them were cult classics now. Where the hell is it? Mark McGuire. Mark McGuire was famous on a different sketch comedy show, The Kids in the Hall. He was later a writer on SNL and stuff. Mario Banks. Mario Banks was a famous voiceover artist, and she starred in fucking Peppa Pig. That the internet raves. Laura Cahill. Laura Cahill was a writer on Will and Grace and stuff and nurse stuff. And finally, last one, Molly Shannon. Molly Shannon was a superstar. She was also a crazy gymnast girl, and she made fun of everyone from Madonna to stuff.